I want to welcome you back to Black Site tonight. We're going to talk about the meeting against Trump and Vladimir Zelensky. Trump loses it. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Today was Zelensky's first meeting with President Trump since he became president in the Oval Office. And Trump had a meltdown. He lost it. He destroyed Zelensky in the White House, basically saying he was very disrespectful, that he wasn't appreciative to the American people for all the money that they have given Ukraine over the past few years since the war between Russia and Ukraine. And he was telling them it's time to have peace. So many people have died in this war between Russia and Ukraine. But Vladimir Zelensky came and basically wanted to speak his truth, how he felt, how him and his people believed that Russia invaded their country and basically took their land. But Trump is basically saying it's better to have peace than to have war, that this may spiral into World War III if this keep going on. But these two men do not like each other. And it goes back to me to 2019 when Trump asked him to investigate Joe Biden. And that Joe Biden was doing criminal dealings in Ukraine. Basically, Trump got his impeachment because of Vladimir Zelensky. And I don't think Trump has ever forgave Zelensky for what happened to him in 2019. And you know Trump is extremely petty. So basically, he and J.D. Vance tag teamed Zelensky in the Oval Office. And once he was finished with him, hey, they didn't have a lunch together. They didn't have a diplomatic talk together. He basically kicked him out the White House and said, "You're not ready for peace. When you're ready, come see me." And you know who enjoyed this more than anybody, and that was Vladimir Putin. In its own way, this type of diplomacy isn't good, but sometimes we need to see what they're actually saying behind closed doors. And it came out in the open, and I'm glad it happened. But Zelensky, I don't see how he's going to get funding unless he's going to get it from Congress and override Trump. And Trump is not going to like that. And I'm going to tell you this right now, this relationship is done. It is basically done. Trump is not going to deal with Zelensky at all. He's possibly on his own with Europe. So if Europe and other NATO countries want to fund this war, it's okay. But Trump said he wants peace. He doesn't want war. And this looks bad on the international stage. Some people say this is an international disgrace. I don't care, because the American people have spent money on this, billions of dollars. Millions of people have died, and it seems like it's a stalemate or Russia is winning. I don't know, but it's halfway damn near around the world, and it doesn't have anything to do with the American people. Trump has laid off federal workers. He has reduced the budget. He has now told Zelensky basically to take a hike. This is his agenda. He's only been there a month, and he's letting everybody know, not only in America, but the world, that hey, it's my way or it's the highway. That's what he's basically saying. And he said, I am not here to take orders from someone else with the American people's dollar. That's what he's basically saying to Zelensky. And he was basically saying, you should come here and listen to me, not me listen to you. That's what he was saying in the Oval Office. Now you got Democrats out there screaming that this is not the type of diplomacy that America should be doing. But this is the diplomacy that's going to be done by this administration, and you just going to have to deal with it. We got 4 more years of this. We're only a month into this. This is how he's going to deal with Zelensky. This is how he deals with our friends and our enemies. This man carries a big stick, and he does not like Zelensky. He thinks that Zelensky is a fraud. He thinks that Zelensky and Ukraine are nothing but a bunch of thieves, that they don't even know where the money has gone from the United States. And now Putin is extremely happy that he has somebody else who is sticking the knife in Zelensky's back. That's what's happening. And there's a lot of American people who don't want to spend their taxpayer dollars on another war. We did this in Vietnam, Korea. We did this in the Balkans. We did it in Iraq, Afghanistan. Now we're in Ukraine. Billions of dollars, and we have a $36 trillion deficit. When is enough when it comes to these wars? If Europe wants to fund the war, if they want to have their own NATO, they can keep the war going, but not with our tax-paying dollars. Enough is enough. Peace should always be before conflict. But the conflict is what Zelensky wants to do. He's got conscripts on the battlefield, people who are not ready to be out there fighting against Russian troops. We know that Russia has some of the best troops, best military, best hardware in the world. And this will go on and on until somebody else is sucked into the war. That's the only way Zelensky can win the war. And is if the United States keeps funding the war. So this was his big move, his big shot. I hope he got what he wanted, Zelensky. Trump got what he wanted. And we'll see how this ends. But it's not going to end well between these two men, because Trump gave him the field goal kick straight to hell out of the White House. This was sad to see, but we all knew this was going to come behind or in front of the media. I would love to hear your comments in the comment section. I want to thank you for listening to The Black Site. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also please share this video.